Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful, beautiful lights. I hope you've been enjoying the morning letting go meditation and you felt Archangel Michael pull all of these strings and chords out of you. And the evening meditation too. I hope you're getting some really good sleep with that. Right? All right, so as people trickle in, I'm going to start asking you some questions. I'll wait a minute. I'll wait and just do a little bit of a grounding and calling on beautiful, beautiful light to surround our call or video. And anytime and every time you listen to this, may you feel a lot of pure white light coming into your space from the highest source, downloading into you the courage to let go, the courage to surrender anything that's troublesome, to ask for help so that an answer, a solution can come to you. Yeah, when we pause and pray and we admit, I feel powerless over this today. It could be a feeling. It could be, I feel powerless. Hi, everyone. We're going to start in a minute. I feel powerless over a feeling. I feel powerless over a condition. It immediately sort of softens you. Have you guys felt that when you did the pause and the pray? I don't got this. I don't know how to handle this, right? I need help. And it softens you. And it almost gets the ego to just disappear in your heart, right? It makes the ego just sort of soften and then enters your great consciousness. Your bigger self comes in. And it's almost as if when people trigger us or situations trigger us or we feel powerless, it actually invites so much light in, right? And it connects us to a greater self. It forces our mind to get out of, the everyday life into a greater consciousness. All right. So is there anything that you want to surrender today? Anything you feel powerless over? Anything that is a recurring feeling? Anything that's a physical condition? Anything that you'd like to just say, hey, dear God, universe, I do feel powerless over this. I don't know how to fix this. Yeah. Good. And please help me set aside everything in me that is creating this condition. So if there are beliefs, if there are desires, what is creating this condition, whatever that is, help me set it aside, help me hand it over. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to be aligned with the answer, with the solution, wherever and however that is. Okay, so Brenda's saying she feels powerless over a upcoming divorce. So I hear you, Brenda. It's very normal, very common. So can you hand those over? And when you hand them over, let me know if you feel like love coming back in, like this sense of everything's going to be okay. Or maybe it's just acceptance. Maybe it's not love, but at least it's like peace. It's like that sense of acceptance for what it is. Yeah, and let's ask Archangel Michael to come to you and all of you and help you cut the cords of attachments to these different issues, right? So for Brenda, it was the divorce, right? And the feelings of I'm going to be lonely or fears. So what we're letting go of is our attachment to holding on to those fears. 'Cause sometimes fears can protect us. A lot of times fears come up to be a protective mechanism, and they don't really serve us because then we can't create a different reality. There you go. Okay, so let's cut those cords, let the light come in. We're going to pull all of those beliefs associated with, so ask for the specific beliefs to come to you. But for Brenda, it's going to be, if I'm getting a divorce, then I should be lonely, I should feel alone, I should be afraid. So it's like an automatic belief, right? So we just want to pull those out. What would it take for Brenda to feel totally loved and happy and joyful to get a divorce? I know it's a little bit like an opposite belief, but when you let go of these old, I should feel lonely if I'm getting a divorce, I should feel fear, why don't we delete those, Brenda, right? On all levels. So wherever and everywhere you picked up the belief that if I get a divorce, I should be lonely, can we delete those? There you go. Hand them over. There you go. So when you admit your powerlessness and you pause and pray, you can go, wait a minute, does it really have to be that way? Do I really need to be in fear? Or can it be that it's more, maybe I can feel so much love and freedom and peace, right? There you go. Okay, good. There you go. So wherever you guys have like an upcoming project or fear, or some of us have beliefs, like I know Tracy might has a work contract ending soon, and her immediate belief is if a job's going to end, then I should feel fear, I should freak out, oh my God, where's the money going to come from? So just pause and pray there, because what if that's not the reality? Like, what if that's not what's going to really happen? But because you're afraid of it, then that's what you're going to manifest, right? That's what you're calling in. Okay, so let's pause and pray over those and ask that everything creating these fears about whatever the about is, help me uncreate them, hand them over, help me clear them. Awesome. Yeah, so today, maybe your challenge for today, just a quick 5-minute challenge is, what are my beliefs about the way I should handle things? So maybe it's like, well, it's always been that way, or everyone around me reacted to divorce or losing a job or being overweight. Everyone I know reacts to that way by feeling depressed. Everyone I know reacts to it by feeling lonely. Well, pause and pray, because maybe that doesn't have to be your reality. What if you could be a role model of transformation and you handle divorce with incredible lightness and peace and cooperation and great communication and just so much love? Like, what if you could get a divorce and have it be like the most loving thing you've ever done for that person? What if you could leave your job and just feel so grateful and safe? So pause and pray for that to transform, okay? Because I'm going to take you into some questions in a minute that will help you transform different realities and different outcomes using your voice. So use your voice today if you want to pause and pray and say, I'm powerless over my reaction to this. I'm powerless to make it different. Don't know how to do it. Help me, show me how am I supposed to do this? And ask the questions with a sense of like power and determination, and this needs to happen. I command the universe to help me make this different. Okay. I wish I could hear you guys. Maybe you can record your voice at some point and let me hear you say these, because it's powerful when somebody hears us. You know, somebody in the sacred circle can hear us say, I really need help with this, and you voice it out. It's very, very healing. And it's almost like it's more empowering, because we all carry that prayer for you. I'll just be telepathic today. I'll listen to you telepathically. All right. Okay, do you feel lighter by doing this? And you guys can comment even if it's later, like you can comment even if you're watching it later, because I'll look at the comments later. Okay. All right, let's move into the questions for today's assessment. So we're on day 3 of the challenge. And my questions to you, and you can type it up in the box or answer later. How often do I pause and pray in a day? How often do you pause and pray in a day? And if you want to see the questions, I posted them right below the video. I posted all the questions. But so how often do you pause and pray during the day? Is it 10 times, 1 time, 3 times? Okay. Okay, Brenda says I never pause and pray. So maybe is this your first day of the challenge, Brenda? Yeah, so you want to pause and pray for each 5 day. Yeah, pause and pray. Awesome, great. And then my next question is, how easy is it for me to let go now? If you've been through the challenge so far, how easy is it for me to let go? Is it much easier than before? Is it about the same? I would say for me, it's 90% easier now than to let go. Okay, Brenda, okay. How easy is it for me to let go now? Like, is it easier? Is it about the same? Parveen, are you able to join us now? You were having some issues. You're in India. Maybe the connection wasn't good. Yeah. Okay. And then my next question is, what percentage, so out of 100%, do I believe I am powerful and can create a different outcome? So like any life situation, what percentage do you believe you're powerful and you can create a different outcome? Like, is it 50%, 80%, 90%? You know, what percentage do I believe I'm powerful and can create a different outcome? We'll do a little assessment, because so that if we do the challenge again in a week or 2 weeks or whenever, you could gauge yourself and see, you know, where you're at with that. Okay. 50% for Brenda. Okay. Thanks. 70 for Parveen. Awesome, Parveen. Well, you've been in my awakening heart for a while, Parveen, so that's good numbers. You believe you can change things, and that's really, really good. Brenda, this challenge will help you too. So today's challenge will as well. Do I believe I am powerful enough to think and speak my way into a problem? So what that means is like, when a problem arises or a situation arises, do I believe I created it because I spoke about it, I thought about it, and so it manifested? Do I believe I'm powerful enough to think and speak my way into a problem? Is that a yes or no? Is that 100%? Is that, oh, I don't know. It's a trick question a little bit. It's a responsibility question. Because if you believe that you are speaking and thinking your way into a problem, the good news is you can speak and think your way out of a problem, right? So my next question then is, do I believe I'm powerful enough to think powerful enough that I can think and speak my way out of a problem? Parveen is 50%, feeling like she can. Yeah. And so it's funny, right? Because the prayerful pause is about pausing to change our vibration, to change our thoughts, so that we can actually fix the problem by changing our vibration, or thoughts, or words. And the pause happens to call in this higher consciousness. And when you call that in, you actually become more powerful to direct your thoughts and direct your voice to change your situation. So if you're watching this video because you're in the mastermind and you're about to go into the next section, which is going to be about using your voice to change your reality, then you really are going to love that module and how fast it works. And I know we're doing the challenge now. For everyone else who's watching it for the challenge, notice if when you pause and pray, there's something happening inside. You're going to feel open, magical, acceptance comes in, faith comes in, and these new thoughts come in. So really notice them. All right, my last question. When feeling overwhelmed and stressed, how often do I sit to pause and pray? So how often do I sit, pause, and do the prayer, or do I meditate? When you guys feel overwhelmed or stressed, what do you do? Do you pause and pray 1%, 20%, 100%? Not at all. Okay, awesome. Okay, very, very good. Alrighty, so let me... Okay, so to just summarize for today, how often do you think you're going to be able to pause and pray for things that overwhelm you, or today and tomorrow? And how fast can you let go so that universal help can come in to support you and help you, and the answers can come in? And I want to also say something about the subconscious and the mind. When we pause and we go, I don't have the answer for this. I can't do this on my own. I need help. How can this be resolved? How can I get help? It forces your subconscious to literally go out and seek the answer. So it's as if you put in a search in Google, and Google does these like searches. It's like a spider web, and it pulls all of the articles to answer your question. The subconscious works very similarly. It not only gets answers from within its data bank, but it also has access to the universal, it's like a global consciousness. It also is very creative. Our subconscious is super creative. So it will literally go out of its way to bring you the answer. So to make this more concrete, if, for example, you are looking for an ideal business coach or an ideal client, right? And in your head, you have some characteristics, you're like, I'm powerless over who to choose as a business coach, or I'm powerless over where my clients are. I don't know how to find them, right? and you go in and you ask, okay, I don't know where they are. I don't know how to find them. Help me find them. I would love for them to be like that, like that, like that. And they're easy to work with and they're great. I can easily afford them. They can easily afford me if they're clients, right? Then what happens is the subconscious goes out and starts to filter everyone who's not part of that and takes it out of your field of like vision and starts to bring in everyone who is. So you're going to run into people you didn't think you would ever run into. You start to be at the right place at the right time. Synchronicity starts to happen. And people think it's the law of attraction. It is, but it's also the subconscious literally creating it so it brings it in. Okay, so recently I wanted to talk to the owner of my son's school, who is someone who owns all of the kids' care in Las Vegas. So there's like 8 of them. So this is not a woman you run into very easily. I don't even know her name. And I wanted to introduce to her a book that I love so the author of the book could come speak at the school. I've been putting my son in this kids' care for, it was in 2015 for a few months, this year for a few months. I've never ever run into her. The week that I was like, I need to meet the owner of the school, I go drop off my son at like 8:05, and she walks in, and I don't even know that she's the owner. I've never seen her photo, but as soon as I saw her, I was like, that's the owner of the school. I knew it. And so I got to talk to her. I got to introduce her to the book. She said she was going to read it, and it's done, right? I didn't have to go and seek her out. I didn't have to look for her. I didn't even have to really do anything. She was right there, introduced herself to me, and it was done. Okay, you guys, so that's how easy having your own business can be. I just use that example because it's the most recent one, but it's the same for if you love what you do, you call it in, but you're humble enough and vulnerable enough to pause and say, okay, I need help. Bring it in. This is what I'd like to manifest. And you say it from a place of vulnerability and heart and service. Everything around you starts to call it in for you and bring you in it. Is that okay? Is that okay that things get done without you needing to really control everything and it just flows? Oh, and I didn't tell you that, but I ended up even talking to the author of the book a few days later, and she gave me some great pointers for my son, and I had an hour session with her complimentary. So it's like all these things happened by themselves, right? I just had to pause, pray, and ask. Okay, that's it. So why don't you do that today and really verbalize your demands, your commands, your ideals, what it is you want to do. And maybe for 2 minutes right now, as we're together in the video, I know you're going to be home, or wherever you are, just go ahead and say, okay, if you paused and pray about divorces or losing your job or your weight, whatever you paused and pray about, just starts to now use your voice, and I call it anger towards instead of anger against. So don't try to avoid being angry against what you don't want, although that's okay if you are for a little bit, but then practice anger towards. So this really needs to happen. I really need to run into the owner of the school because the author really needs to come and speak to all the kids and all the parents. You need to make this happen today. Do you guys feel that energy starts to get that anger? It's like passion. In our society, we give anger a really bad name, right? We think it's wrong, but actually imagine that you're a baby and nobody had ever told you that anger was bad, right? Anger just is. There's nothing wrong or right about it. It's just an energy. So can you give yourself permission to feel that energy in you, to be like angry enough about your situation to be like, I am not going to get a divorce and be miserable. I am going to get a divorce and feel amazing. Universe, I don't know how, but show me, okay? I know it's possible. I know there are plenty of people who quit their job, lose their job, and they take off and have amazing success. I am going to allow myself to be successful even though I'm being laid off. All right, you guys, can you feel that? I'll give you some time to practice. I'll hold space for you. Go for it. Now, what's your affirmation? What are you calling in? What are you angry towards? Calling in. There you go. You can type up some examples. This is it. I'm getting on the treadmill today. I'm done being lazy. You know, I'm ready to be courageous. You guys, you angels and guides, you really need to start helping me. I am done with this, okay? I am done. I am fixing it this year. This is the year that this is getting fixed. I don't know how. You guys are going to show me, but I'm fixing this. I think today needs to be a hair up day. There you go. Okay. Hi, Nilgan. Welcome. We're almost done with the call. You can always catch the replay. So tell me, what are you desiring? If you type it up, you write it, you say it. All right, Parveen, that's not anger towards, that's just being needy. Sorry, I'm calling you out on it. And I know I'm not with you, so I can't hear you say this, but this is how you want to say it, is like, I don't care if tomorrow those people buy my products or not. I am successful with my business this year. This is it. I am figuring it out. I'm just done having it be a failure. So that's anger against, but that's okay. You can have some anger against, but just have some anger towards. This needs to work. Okay, these people are coming in. Bring me some people. I've done all the work I need. Do you feel the difference, Parveen? I know it's very opposite praying and pausing, but I am teaching you to pause and pray first, and then call in some things, okay? And you always pause and pray, but then you need to call things in. You need to use the power of your voice to call things in and be really clear. Okay, try it again, Parveen. And Nilgun, what are you calling in? I know this is triggering to be like, what? I need to be active? I need to say what I need? What I'm calling in? You got to affirm it. And feel powerful enough to make it happen. There you go. Okay, so let me do a clearing on everyone's voice. Some of you have been told, I cannot use my voice. It's not good to raise my voice. Whatever that is, can we delete that on all levels, please? Transmute it, resolve it, please, universe. There you go. Okay. All right, there you go. Everywhere you think or you believed, I don't know how to use my voice. I can't. This won't work. Can you let those go? There you go. Pull those out. Can you dump those in the garbage? There you go. Let's make it an untruth now. I know how to use my voice. I get my voice back. My voice is powerful enough to manifest everything and anything I say into reality. Everything I call in is. Yeah. So what you're going to start doing is setting things. You're going to set intentions for things, right? Before you start your day. So you pause, pray, meditate, and then thank you for bringing this into a resolution. You know, thanks for resolving this. Thank you. I give this to you. I know this is getting resolved. Today, I'm allowing today to be a great day. I do everything that I love. I get great clients coming to me. Today's a beautiful day of positivity. I love my day. You know, just start to jam like that. Brenda, I am in trust that universe supply. So great, Brenda, just take the will out because will is always going to be tomorrow instead of today. So I am in trust the universe supplies and supports me as a single divorced woman. Or as a woman, just call yourself a woman. You don't have to put in there that you're single and divorced because then you're going to always be single and divorced unless you want to be. So I'm in trust that the universe supplies me and supports me as I am today. Abundance flows to me. I am done with the cycle of fear. And like, yes, yeah, I hear you. I feel you. I love it. Brenda, just fix some of those, rewrite it, redo it, and you're awesome. Okay, Parveen, I deserve high purchase clients. They love working with me. Come on, bring them in already. Universe, I'm ready. And if you think that I'm not ready, If something in me blocks me from having amazing clients, tell me, hit me on the head and show me. Like, you have permission to tell me the truth. Universe, angels, you have permission to tell me the truth. If I'm blocking abundance from coming in, if I'm the reason my business sucks right now, then you need to tell me. You need to tell me, and you need to tell me today what it is, and then you need to tell me how to fix it. You can totally talk to angels and guides that way. Trust me, they would rather you talk to them that way than have you be like, oh, I don't know what to do, and you're all depressed and you're in apathy, okay? I will tell you a quick story about my meditation CD in a minute as you keep sending me more stuff. Where is my meditation CD? Where is it? Hang on, let me go get them. So a few years ago, I recorded a channeled chakra clearing meditation CD. And at first, a friend of mine did the music, and it was like very low production. It was like whatever, right? And my original desire that was so deep in my heart was, I am making a beautiful CD that acts like a healing session. So I was doing lots of healing sessions with angels, one-on-one with people, and I wanted a CD where they could take it home and redo it as if the angels were with them. And I was like, who's going to do the music? Who's going to produce this? And so my friend did it for free, and it was like low. It wasn't very great. And then I reaffirmed, like, this needs to get done. I have this CD. I see it. It's beautiful. The music is great. And I go online and I search for someone, and I find this Pete Hawk. So at the time I was Daniel Dove, and his name is Pete Hawk, which was so funny. And he's a great musician. He's a great producer. And he said, let's trade. I'll do your CD, and you can do some healing sessions on me. And it's a gorgeous CD. I hope you guys have heard it and listened to it. People love it, love it, love it to this day. And they say they listen to it all the time. I listen to it all the time. It clears your energy. Pete Hawk is very spiritual. And I told him, when you channel the music for the CD, please call on the angels to be with you so that you can really channel the highest vibration. Now, after that, I didn't have a cover, right? I didn't have a designer, and I didn't have a photo of me. Everything happened with ease. Beatrice, who's a friend of mine, said, come over. She's in LA. I went over there. She goes, let's do some photos, because she had a new camera. She took this photo of me at her house on her bed. It just happened. And then I knew a woman who knew a designer who said, let her do your CD cover. And literally everything happened with ease. I didn't have to spend any money on making the CD except for getting them printed, right? Otherwise, everything was pretty much free. So, and easy, right? That's the most important thing, is if anything you're trying to do isn't easy, the only person that's in the way is you. You guys get that? So that's why I call it get over yourself, because it's your fear. It's like, I'm not good enough. It's blah, 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 right? Okay, great, Parveen. I'm done with skeptical clients. I want people who want my products and business. I want it now, and I'm absolutely going to be a blue diamond this year. So get a move on getting me there. Great. That's better, Parveen. You're getting up. So let's move up even more, Parveen. What about... like, Parveen, it's like, if you're still attracting people who don't totally believe in what you have to sell, I don't believe in what I have to sell then you're doubting it. Something in you is not working. So everything in me creating these doubts in other people, cancel them. Make them go away, all right? And you and you'll learn my full clearing formula if you join. I know you're going to join the mastermind in February, but just start to clear that and just say, clear it for me. If there's anything in me creating these skeptical clients, clear it in me. I'm done. I'm totally done with this. And I am meeting with really positive clients now. I am meeting with really great people who have money to invest, who love the products and services, who really need it, who is going to make their lives better because they're going to get the vitamins, they're going to get all the creams, they're going to get everything they need. So they're going to be happier, right? Yeah. Nilgun, same thing. There's stuff in you that says, I don't feel I'm worthy enough. And it's okay. It's just stuff coming up, right? All right. It's okay if you lost the connection, you'll get the recording. All right, you guys. So I think you get the idea. Keep posting your your commands to the universe and your prayerful pauses too if you want. So there's a time to be vulnerable. There's a time to be like, oh, I don't got this. I really, really do not got this and I need help. And after that, when you feel like love is back, power is back, just go, okay, here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We're done having a pity party, right? And then you go, use your voice to call things in. All right, have a beautiful, beautiful day. I will talk to you tomorrow. I want to see some powerful affirmations there that you're going to command and declare and say. And yeah, and if you need help, I'm happy to help. Talk to you soon, you guys.